about comics. Let's talk about comics. Let's talk about comics. Let's talk about comics.
Around Big YouTube, it is Blurred, and today I want to talk about a book from Titan Comics, Dead by Daylight, the Hillbilly. This is issue number 4, the fourth and final issue of this run, and it is based and actually tied to a video game. You see on the front cover it says exclusive in-game code inside, and then you have this on the back. And so I'm going to be honest with you. Before the previous series that Titan put out a couple years ago, I didn't know about Dead by Daylight, the game, or the lore behind it. And I still don't. But I enjoyed the first series, and I really, really enjoyed this series. It is horror, but it is complex and covers a lot of social issues, from complacency and just waiting and seeing and hoping that something is going to work itself out as opposed to doing the right thing. Racism, ableism, small town politics, family secrets. So much is covered here in just 4 issues, and you don't have to have any knowledge beforehand to really enjoy this book and to get a lot out of it. Throughout the book, one of the main characters that we see this story through is a guy named Darnell. He is a transfer into a small town police department, and he is black in this small town, and so he has the pressure of being the only black person and the new guy. And his first day, he goes through a traumatic experience, and he has to shoot a dog to protect himself. And, the rest of the officers, they see that he's stressed out. And so they offer him, they offer to take him out in the guise of getting to know him, letting him blow off some steam. And they take him out, get some drinks in him. And they abandon him on this farm as part of this initiation ritual. And on this farm, he sees more than he's meant to. And I'm going to stop right there because I don't want to give away a major plot point. But, he sees something that he knows is wrong. And he tries to report it. And he's kind of scoffed at. But then throughout, he finds out that this thing that he saw was common knowledge. And actually something that was endorsed and taken advantage of by his department and the town. And eventually that secret, it broke free. And that secret is, I will say this, the Hillbilly. And we find out in this issue so much about this character who we see as a monster, but we find out about his humanity, his upbringing, why he looks the way he does, why he is the way he is, and that while he had a disability, his deformities and other parts of his monstrous nature were more nurtured than nature. And he was turned into a monster and taken advantage of. And this 4th book is about him breaking free, and the police department and this community trying to hunt him down and silence this big secret. It says, I'll give you a little bit of the preamble here. Free from his shackles and armed with his faithful hammer, the Hillbilly takes his revenge. The trail of carnage he will leave across Coldwind Farm will be enough to draw the attention of the entity, far darker and more evil than he ever could have imagined. Meanwhile, Officer Hollis seeks his own reckoning, but as blood rains, the fog rolls in, and death does not escape. And this is only the beginning of their trials. And we find out that, even a police officer, because while not actively partaking in this big secret and taking advantage of this person, this character, but she was guilty by just not acknowledging it, by just letting it happen, by being passive instead of proactive and not doing her job. And she makes a decision in this issue that, proactively evil or not, her indifference was indeed a choice and an action that they all pay for. It's dark, it's brutal, it's clever, and the ending is harsh but satisfying. And I want more from this. The first Dead by Daylight series I read a couple years ago, I will admit it was a little bit confusing, jarring. There was a lot of stuff that if you weren't familiar with the game that you didn't get, I didn't get. But this book was a lot more accessible, and with only 4 issues, you're looking at a great, fun read at an affordable price. And the trade paperback will be dropping soon. But at $5 a book, 4 books, $20 for a brilliant story, you can't beat that with a bat. So that's my thoughts on it. If you guys have read it, let me know what you guys think about it. And what other horror titles are you reading right now? There's so many great ones. Let me know in the comments down below. And if you'd like to contribute to the growth of this channel, you can do so by scanning the QR code on the screen to buy me a coffee. But the most important thing you can do is what you're doing right now. Watching, liking, subscribing, maybe even sharing. And I'll see you guys next time. Until then, keep reading them books. You know I will. I'm out.